We have a ton of news that came out for SoD Phase 2. So we're going to take a look at some of this. I just popped into Wowhood Classic and a bunch of news popped up. So let's jump right into some of this, unpack a little bit. I haven't taken a look at any of it yet. I don't even know where to start. There's so much. Okay. Let's just start from the top. Combating botting and exploitative accounts in Season of Discovery Phase 2. My girlfriend can attest to this, that I have been complaining so much about this because I'm trying to make money going into Phase 2. So I have a little bit to work with. I can get a mount when I hit level 40. And it is just so hard to make money. You can't really sell materials because they're constantly being undercut with obviously this isn't the biggest problem that exists, but as someone who's trying to ethically make money on my account, I can't really sell materials for making I can't sell herbs, I can't sell ore, I can't sell fish because the bots are just absolutely farming it, and constantly undercutting prices, lowering the market value of all of these materials. It is so difficult for me to make money. So let's take a look at what they're going to do. Another common question that we get, which is somewhat frustrating to answer simply because the more we talk about it, the faster bad actors can work around our efforts, is botting and exploitative accounts. Botting is a colloquial term, blah, blah, blah. We know what botting is. Well, we can't really talk about the specifics of what we're doing. We do want to talk about some really exciting new tech that's coming with Phase 2. We've had this in limited testing on live, both in Classic of its various flavors and Modern for quite some time. And we've seen some very positive results from it. So we want to set expectations where there's never really going to be a time where World of Warcraft or really any online game is going to be completely free of bad actors and malicious accounts. But we're very positive about the results we've seen from this new tech, and we're really excited to see it rolled out. Paradoxically, the more effective we are at some of these things, the more outwardly visible the bad actors can become. A lot of times, following many of our ban waves, you may actually see increased bot activity as bot farms spin up new accounts and start over. There's been a few instances of this happening where we do a large ban wave, and I see videos posted online of streams of bots going from one part of the world to the other. But when you see that stuff, and when you report it, it actually helps us clamp down on the new method as well. And it gets the bot farms into a position where they're constantly two steps forward and two steps backwards. So it is really helpful. As much as it's frustrating to see, we really want to encourage you to continue to help us by reporting things. We're going to continue to do exhaustive work on our side for this issue. I appreciate how much effort they are putting into this, and it shows. It really does. They didn't explain any of the methods that they're using or anything, obviously, because then, the bad actors, as they call them, are going to see it and be like, okay, so that's what they're doing. So then we got to work around that. Now, I've seen this talked about a lot, and the real issue isn't the bots, right? It's the gold buyers. The gold buyers, if you ban a bot, they make a new account, right? And they find workarounds. Gold buyers aren't likely to make new accounts, level up all over again, and then buy more money, right? They spend, if a gold buyer says, hey, I have an expendable income. Let me spend $100 to buy gold. And then they get banned. And that $100 that they had is gone forever. I highly doubt they're going to spend another $100 on a video game after that. So I think clamping down on gold buyers is the only way to stop the botting problem. Because they can farm all they want. If no one's buying gold, they're not going to do it anymore. Simple as that. So that was just a quick snippet about saying that, report botters. Obviously, you should always still do that no matter what. But let's get into some of the content of Phase 2. Profession updates preview. Enchanted sigil. Ooh. Enchanting items. What is this? Mildly irradiated rejuvenation potion? I gotta level my priest, man. I gotta level my priest, because that's my alchemist. Restores 262 to 438 mana and 340 to 460 health. Also increases attack power by 40 and damage done by all spells by 35 for 15 seconds. Holy, what is this? Gain an enchanted sigil of innovation, empowering you to deal up to 20 increased damage and healing with spells, and increasing attack power by 20 for 30 minutes. This can only be applied outside of combat. Holy moly. 3 dream dust to make that? Man, I'm stacking up on the dream dust already. Niodine solution and minor rejuve potion. Okay, so we gotta buy up a bunch of rejuve potions right now. Damn. So enchanting and alchemy are getting new recipes. That is cool. That is cool. And enchanting getting consumables is a big deal in Classic, right? Because it's always hard because you have to just stand in Thunderbluff and say, hey, enchanter, looking for work. And then just try to get tips. Although not noticed in the text, the Season of Discovery Phase 2 preview video also revealed that profession specializations like Armorsmith and Goblin Engineer will not be available until Phase 3. Okay. Though Blizzard is planning something special for them at that time. Wow. Oh, man, look at this. Holy. Rad resistant scale hood. Chance to hit with spells in melee increased by 1%. Engage the radiation mitigation protocols in this helmet, causing you to immediately remove all active poison effects and gain immunity to all nature damage for 3 seconds. That's kind of nuts, man. Tailoring. Harness the latent arcane energy in the nearby air to give you charged inspiration, reducing the mana cost of all spells by 50% and increasing damage and healing done by up to 50 for 12 seconds. Holy, dude. And these stats, man. Increases damage and healing done by magical spells and effects by up to 22. Restores 4 mana per 5 seconds. There's some cool stuff. Blacksmithing. Thinking about my warrior here. Although this is a paladin item. They probably have different versions of it, just like they have with the Void Touch stuff, right? They probably have different iterations of it. Gain reinforced willpower, preventing silence interrupt effects and spell pushback for 10 seconds. Wow. Wow. Dude, I'm stoked. Should we check out the video? The preview video? For Phase 2? Here it is. Phase 2 preview video.
Hi,
minutes.
I'm Linny Cook Saverline, and I'm a producer on WoW Classic. Back at BlizzCon, we had the absolute pleasure of finally sharing Season of Discovery with you all, and we've loved watching all of the new challenges you.
There will be
Okay, so this is kind of like a discussion that they had. So I'm just going to jump through it a little bit. Because I don't know if I want to sit through a 30-minute video discussion. Not that it's not good. I just am very impatient. Okay, so Gnomeregan. 10 players. Thank the Lord. I was really, like, I could have dealt with 15, maybe even 20, but people were talking about they want 40-player raids. No. That would not be good. 6 bosses, over 100 new items, more than 3 times the number of epics that BFD had. Oh, BFD had 2, right? 3? Arbalest, Fathom Blade, not Fathom Blade, but the other two-hander, and then the rod. So I'm assuming this means it has 10 epics, because it's more than 3 times. 3 times 3, 9, and then it's more than that, so it's probably 10. New item sets, up-leveled quests and rewards. Oh yeah, for Gnomeregan, obviously. New profession chain quest.
6 bosses. There were originally 5 bosses in Gnomeregan, if you didn't count the dark and powerful items. A different part of the instance.
Ooh.
I wonder what kind of mechanics, something that punches you really hard, might have to do with being on a platform above a pit of death. Who knows? And there's a lot of excited
loot preview. Look at this. Look at this. Whoa. Gloves that increase fist and mace by 5. Holy. That's good. And you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about my warrior and my shaman. Oh, they have another one of these. Plus 69 attack power in cat, bear, and dire forms only. But they had to have another one of these, right? 22 strength. Oh. It's the automatic crowd pummeler. Increase your attack speed by 50% for 30 seconds. Oh my god, on a 3-minute cooldown. Paladin, shaman, druid. I wish I had more agility though. Because for cat form, I guess you still get attack power from strength, right? That's fine. Wordle's hardened core, plus 7 stamina, arcane and nature resist. Increases your chance to dodge and attack by 1%. Increases armor by 1,000, but movement speed is reduced by 60%. Effect cannot be removed and lasts for 10 seconds. That's crazy. One-handed mace, 30 DPS, 2.4, pretty like middle of the road attack speed, plus 16 attack power. Main hand mace, 30.4 DPS, 2.5 attack speed, in spirit, healing, and damage done by spells. No, just healing. Healing done by spells and effects up to 20. Held in offhand, intellect, spirit, increased damage and healing. Wow. Okay. I mean, pretty much what we would expect, right? What is this? A trinket. Transfigures the caster into a trog. That's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited for all the little fun stuff that's coming. Whimsical World Warper. No way. That is so fun. It just teleports you somewhere. And then you get some cool sunglasses. A little transmog. Quick little transmog. I'm looking at the stuff in the background here. I don't know what they have open in the back here. Wait, this is Wordle's Hardened Core from a vendor? Unless he sold it and this is the buyback page. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. The item sets. Oh. Increase defense by 7, 16 attack power. Improves your chance to hit with spells and melee and ranged attacks. More tank, warlock tank gear. Another 100 armor for the set bonus. Chance on spellcast to increase your damage and healing by up to 40 for 10 seconds. Wow. And we have some chest piece mail here. Looking like a hunter item for sure. Although they don't really use strength. Could be like yeah, I don't know, it's probably a hunter. Well, actually, I mean, this is good for shaman, right? This is really good for shaman. Improves your chance to get a critical strike with melee and range attacks and with spells. This is for shaman, man. 24 attack power. Your attacks have a 5% chance of restoring 100 mana. Oh, dude, enhancement shaman with mana regen. Oh my days, dude. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Holy, it's just a week away. Not even. New skill books have been added to dungeons. What is that? Oh, the new runes. Okay, the new runes. Very exciting stuff. Rune abilities. Okay, we'll take a look at some of the runes here. Paladin, I'm playing on Horde, so I should probably know this anyway because I have to fight paladins in PvP. Dealing damage with your melee weapon increases your spell power by an amount equal to 30% of your attack power for 1 minute. Wow. Dealing damage with your melee weapon increases your spell power by 30% of your attack power. Dude, paladins are gonna blast. In addition, your critical healing spells heal the target for 60% of the healed amount over 12 seconds. Then we have Guarded by the Light. Each time you hit a target with your melee weapon, you gain 5% of your maximum mana per 3 seconds for 15 seconds. But the amount healed by your Flash of Light, Holy Light, and Holy Shock spells is reduced by 50% during this mana regeneration. Okay, so definitely not a healing rune. Hunters. What are hunters getting? Melee Specialist. I've heard about this, man. Melee Hunter coming around in Phase 2. Raptor Strike cooldown is reduced to 3 seconds and is now instant. Mongoose Bite cooldown removed. Okay, so this is like retail style survival hunter. Raptor Strike has a 30% chance on each attack not to trigger its cooldown. Wow. Trap Launcher. Your traps now can be placed at any location within 40 yards and can be placed while you're in combat. Oh my god. Additionally, your fire-based and frost-based traps now have separate shared cooldowns. Oh, dude, I thought hunters were going to be struggling in Phase 2, but I think they're going to be just fine. Warriors. This is what I was looking for. Let loose a rallying cry, granting all party and raid members within 40 yards 15% increased maximum health for 10 seconds. Okay. Heroic Strike, Bloodthirst, and Whirlwind have a 30% chance to make your next slam within 15 seconds instant and cost no rage. That's pretty darn good. That's gotta be for arms, right? I still don't. I really want to go Fury. I hope they have a lot of support for Fury in Phase 2 because I love playing Fury. I don't know what it is about it. I just love it so much. I also assume, engrave your boots and your belt. So new slots for runes. So we're getting even more runes. Rogue is getting Shuriken Toss. Throw Shuriken at your enemy, dealing damage equal to 25% of your attack power, and also strike up to 4 additional nearby targets. Okay, so they were talking about in the wish list a week ago or something, people were talking about they want to see Fan of Knives. This is Fan of Knives Plus. This is Fan of Knives Premium, right? It's a ranged AoE attack that scales off attack power and awards a combo point. Fan of Knives never awarded a combo point, so this is actually super cool. Super cool. Master Subtlety. Attacks made while stealthed and for 6 seconds after breaking stealth cause an additional 10% damage. Yeah, this is an ability that's pretty integral for rogues after, I'm not sure when this ability actually came, if it was TBC or Wrath or whatever. I think most of these came around Wrath. But yeah, that's big. You know, rogues going for the one-shot build on the opener. Priests getting Mind Spike. Blasts the target for 108 to 126 Shadow Frost. Okay, damage. And increases the critical strike of your next Mind Blast on the target by 30%, stacking up to 3 times. That's pretty cool. And Pain Suppression. Insane defensive for PvP. Great for raids too. Instantly reduce all damage taken by a friendly target by 40%, and it increases resistance to dispel mechanics by 65% for 8 seconds. That's insane. What are Warlocks getting? What more could Warlocks want? Refreshing Corruption Immolate, Curse of Agony, or Siphon Life when it has less than 6 seconds duration remaining will cause you to deal instant damage to the target equal to 1 period of that spell's periodic damage. How does that work with Curse of Agony? Because Curse of Agony ramps, right? So is it doing like the next tick? Or is it doing a tick from the start? Very curious about how that works, because I love the damage over time playstyle. I think it's so much fun. And I kind of wanted to play a Warlock, but I had so much other things I wanted to do. And if I did play a Warlock, it would be Affliction. Dance of the Wicked. You and your demon pet gain dodge chance equal to your spell crit strike chance each time you deal a critical strike to an enemy. And also both regain 2% of max mana. Oh, as if the tank Warlock suck strat wasn't hard enough to deal with as it was. It just got even harder. I'm really looking for Shaman here. Shaman and maybe Druid too. But mages are getting Missile Barrage. Gives your Arcane Blast a 40% chance and your Fireball and Frostbolt spells a 20% chance to reduce the channel duration of your next Arcane Missile spell by 50%, reduce the mana cost by 100%, and missiles will fire every 0.5 seconds. Arcane mages are going to pump. They're going to pump, man. Fuses Arcane. We have Chronostatic Preservation here. Fuses Arcane, Fire, and Frost Magic to freeze Chronomantic energy into a stored state for later use. You can hold this energy for up to 15 seconds before it combusts and expires. When unleashed, heals a friendly target for 665 to 998. The spell is considered Arcane Fire and Frost for interactions with other spells, talents, and effects. Okay, Elementalist Mage. Healing. Like, mages are going to be so hard to kill. I think in PvP, like the healing mages, I don't know what the talent is called or the rune is called, but the one that converts arcane damage into healing, it's so hard to kill them because they're just healing the whole time that they're also dealing damage. We'll hope that Mortal Strike is going to fix that issue for us. Although, I think for an arms warrior, mages are already squishy enough. But there's another thing here, and it's, I think mages, they're not getting a whole lot of like PvP tools in SoD. So I feel like they're actually not going to be that difficult to deal with. Although in Phase 2, obviously they get Ice Block, Cold Snap, so they're going to have way more defensives now than they did before. But, you know, I'm thinking about, I don't think like maybe Shattering Throw comes in for warriors as well. Get Shattering Throw, and then mages can't do anything, right? You have Intercept and Charge to get out of Novas. If we get Shattering, though, we can break the ice block. Even with Cold Snap, you have 2 charges that with Warbringer, you break CC the charges. I think mages, honestly, in PvP are not going to be that strong. Shaman, here we go. Oh, this is what I'm talking about, man. Maelstrom weapon. When you deal damage with the melee attack, you have a chance to reduce the cast time of your next Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Lesser Healing Wave, Chain Heal, or Lava Burst spell by 20%. Stacks up to 5 times, lasts 30 seconds. So you pump with, by the way, with dual wield now. Shamans are dual wielding. You stack this 5 times, and then you just Lava Burst. And currently, the runes that I'm using for PvP are tank runes, which I think works super well. But there might be a good replacement for like Way of Earth, for example, even though Way of Earth is so nuts. But I run Lava Burst instead of like, what is it? Water Shield or Lava Lash. Although, I don't know. Probably going to want Lava Lash, right? Either way, an instant cast of Lightning Bolt or Healing Wave is kind of insane. Spirit of the Alpha. Infuses the target with the spirit of an alpha wolf, increasing all threat generated by the target by 45% for 30 minutes. Limit 1 target. Yeah, I mean, it's either a healing rune or a tank rune, right? You cast it on yourself, or you're a healer and you cast it on the tank. That's a lot of extra threat, though. I mean, Shamans had no issue holding threat as it was. So this is probably a healing rune, if I had to guess. Oh, two-handed mastery. Each time you strike an enemy with a two-handed weapon, you gain 30% attack speed with two-handed weapons for 10 seconds. Wait, so this is... No, this is just a worse version of Frenzied Assault, isn't it? Each time you strike an enemy with a two-handed weapon, you gain 30% attack speed with two-handed weapons for 10 seconds. I mean, Frenzied Assault is just constant 30% extra attack speed with two-handed weapons. I can't see how this is better. I still think dual wield Enhanced Shaman is going to be the way to go, especially with Maelstrom. You're pumping, getting those stacks. I think that's going to be it. PvP updates. Anything juicy going here? The Blood Moon rises in Stranglethorn Vale every 3 hours on a timer, and it lasts 30 minutes. Zone-wide free-for-all PvP. Free-for-all PvP? No way, dude. How is that gonna work? That's gonna be chaos. Everyone against each other in the whole zone. Dude, what? What? I don't know how that's gonna work. I think that one, I'm not gonna speculate too much. We're just gonna see how it goes. New class specific item rewards. Unique equipped Blood Moon. Interesting. Holy moly. New quest Arathi Basin rep. Okay. Oh, so there's gonna be PvP rep quests in Stranglethorn for Arathi. Interesting. New mounts, okay. Profession updates, we already took a look at that. Raid release schedule. The raid will be available from day 1 with caveats. The first 2 lockouts will be weekly. On the week of February 20th, normal cadence will begin. Normal cadence is 3 days. This gives those wanting to push the opportunity to do so, and those who want to level slower, less FOMO from missing too many lockouts. I really like this solution because when I was thinking about this before, they put out a thread asking, "Hey, do you guys want Gnomeregan right away?" And my initial thought was, no, I don't. Because I don't want people going in there learning the mechanics and then after week 1, after doing 3 lockouts before people even hit level cap, they're like, okay guys, have 6 of 6 XP, bring your consumables, have a world buff. And it's like, yo, listen, man, we haven't even got there yet. Relax, you know? And I'm afraid of that, like, not so much the FOMO of missing too many lockouts, like they said here, but more so like the culture that it breeds. I don't want to see that happen because it really is pushing the more casual players away. When people are still doing gear checks in Thunderbluff for their raid. It's like, listen, man, you're gonna clear this raid. You're gonna clear it. It might not be the fastest clear of all time. It might not be the cleanest, but you're gonna clear it. Don't worry. So I think this is a good middle ground solution for sure. PvP matchmaking adjustments. This is big because a lot of people are being pushed away from Warsong Gulch because of this. Small groups in solo will prefer same groups. Premates will prefer premates. If queues are long, the rules will be ignored. That's how matchmaking always works, right? That's how it should always work. In any team-based game, you know, it's the same with MOBAs. It's the same with FPS. Yeah. So this is good. This is a good change. It should have been like this from the start, to be honest. Leveling updates. 50% Discoverer's Delight, 1 to 25 XP buff. That's cool. BFD raid will give a sizable amount of XP upon completion. Nice. Okay, so it incentivizes people still doing BFD in Phase 2, which I think is great for people who are coming late to the party, people who still need gear. I think this is really smart. You get a lot of XP upon completing BFD. Incentivizing that, giving out those boons, but I'm still curious about how the boon is going to work. Do you still have the possibility of using the boon beyond level 25? Waylaid supplies will greatly increase XP. This is important because I have just ignored waylaid supplies for so long, solely because I don't want to just be farming rep, man. It's like these either cost a lot of money or take a lot of time. And the XP was you got nothing. You got no XP for doing these. So I think this is a really smart change. Let's see, Ashenvale in Phase 2. We're moving Ashenvale to a 3-hour timer in Phase 2. Thanks for the feedback and patience as we improve this feature. Okay. Here we go, world buffs. The Ashenvale weekly quest world buff cannot be gained after level 39. BFD cannot be gained after level 39. This is huge though. This is awesome. It's just gonna make leveling that much more smooth. STV PvP event will not have a world buff, but Gnomeregan will. Goal is to keep each phase's world buffs fun and exciting without making the evolving endgame too much of a slog as new buffs are added. Okay. Yeah, okay. That we saw. Okay. Here's something we haven't seen yet. For Phase 2, we're going to be trying something new. GDKP will no longer be permitted in SoD. So they're just straight up banning GDKP. A lot of people have been calling for this, and I didn't because I like the idea of a GDKP. In theory, GDKP is great, but in practice, because of gold buying, it doesn't work. It has some convenience and social benefits. However, we feel that it is antithetical to the nature of the season. We want to give a version of Classic without GDKP a try. I don't hate it. I can get on board with that. They're just straight up banning GDKP. And that's going to be it for the video preview. A lot of big stuff happening, guys, and I'm super excited. Just 8 days away.